In this part of the tutorial, we're going to be talking about the application overview. We're going to be talking about tools, where things are located, and how they are used. This is a follow-along tutorial on how to create doodles. Take 138. No, I'm kidding. But in reality, I tried to record several times already, trying to go over the tools, and it's like a forest, or like a, I don't know. The farther you go, the scarier it gets. But here's what I decided. I decided that we're gonna do a simple project where it will allow me to explain different tools, and at the same time, just do this one. And at the same time, you will get the understanding what is behind the scenes. So we can pick, I don't know, any background. There you go. So let's get started with the tools. These three dots right there in the corner, basically giving you access to project settings. That's exactly what we just did. Change the canvas size. You cannot change it anymore once you start it. You can rename your project. You can change your frames per second. Here you can do frames viewer. At this moment in this project, I have only one frame. These frames are at the bottom right there. And onion skin is enabled for me. I can enable, disable. You can add it onion skin, and you can enable how many frames you want to see before and how many frames you want to see after. That's basically tracing. Grid allows you to see kind of more in like almost you're drawing in the graph paper. You can also click on edit and then change it how vivid you want to see it, or change the opacity of it. You can add images like PNG images, transparent ones. You can add a video just like we did, imported our chicken project, and then in the end, when we're done with animation, you use make a movie to produce an animation. To produce a video out of your frames. Okay, this button right here basically resets your view, so it doesn't matter how zoomed in or zoom out you are, or rotated things are, it will basically reset everything and fit into your screen. This is a copy and this is paste. This is a drawing guide. You can use lines, circles, and squares. To help you with drawings. And here on this side you have cup with tools. Basically, when you tap on the cup with tools, you get to see the eraser, selection tool, fill in bucket, and the text. At the bottom you have your controls for adding an audio to it. Here you have your layers. Okay, and on the bottom is a timeline with frames. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another layer. I'm gonna use the layer 1 to do a trajectory. So let me do color red. Change the size of my pen. So as you can see, I tap and then I go up or down to change the size of my tip. Okay, that works. And then these are the colors. You tap on that, and then there is eyedrop. There are palettes there. You can change your palettes. You can add your palettes, create your own palettes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw one circle like this and another circle like this. Well, actually ellipses. In my view, it's a circle in terms of a perspective view. Okay, so now as you can see on this layer, my drawing is I can enable, disable. I can also change the opacity of the layer. You can reorder layers. As you can see, or if you hold, you can merge layers like this, and basically merges your layers. Now what I'm gonna do is I need this as a drawing guide, and I'm gonna be drawing on the layer 3. So let me do a black color and zoom in and create a bug. Okay, and then undo, redo can be done here, but also you can do double tap, 2-finger tap with 2 fingers, and then 3 fingers is actually redo. So if you do 2 or 3, undo, redo. Okay. Okay, bum 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 bum, color white. And black. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. You have to understand these red lines are on the layer 1, and the fly is on the layer 3, so they're kind of separate. As you can see, I can disable, enable them separately. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the selection tool. I'm gonna select the fly, and I'm gonna copy it. Then, actually I shouldn't have done that because I don't have another frame. If I had another frame, then yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap and hold until this menu comes up for the frame. I can insert frame before, after, I can delete frame, or I can duplicate. I'm gonna duplicate frame, and when I click on duplicate, it's asking where do you want to paste it. Do you want to paste it in the front or after? I'm gonna put it after, and I'm gonna do the same again. Okay, so I'm going to frame 2, and this time I am selecting the fly, and I'm gonna move it a little bit. I'm going to 3. As you can see, there is a red outline of what is on the previous slide, so it kind of gives me an idea where things are. Okay, and I'm gonna insert, insert, insert. So I inserted a few more. Okay, then we are selecting this guy. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just going from frame to frame and then moving the fly. Okay, here I can probably squish it in a little bit and draw another foot on this side because it's going to be more visible, and the wings are also gonna be changed a little bit. So I'm gonna select only wings, and I'm gonna change their location kind of like this. Okay, that way it's changing the direction. Okay, and then we're gonna do another. So I'm gonna do copy and then paste after. Copy and paste after. Okay, so frame 5, frame 6, and frame 7 is a duplicate. I'm gonna go ahead and select the fly, and then what I'm gonna do here is So my fly needs to change, and I actually will do a vertical mirror like this. That's perfect. And then here, do the same. Okay. I'm gonna copy, duplicate after, copy, duplicate after, and one more duplicate after. So let's go back. This is frame 7, frame 8, and frame 9 is a duplicate. So I'm gonna go ahead and then change it. Frame 10. So as you can see, this is my onion skin. Red is the previous frame, green is the next frame. It just means that I have one extra frame after this that has been duplicated. Okay, and we probably need 2 more. I'm gonna copy that. 1 and 2. Alright, so 11 is a good one, and the 12 is a duplicate. I'm gonna change the 12 to here, and 13 to here. Okay, if we're gonna enable, we can see the fly is going in this direction. Okay, now to add a little bit of pizzazz, let's go back here, change it to the same kind of color, but this time I'm gonna make it brighter. And I'm gonna make it brighter. I'm gonna do 1. Just gonna add a little bit of shakiness feeling. As long as it's changing, something is happening with the wings, it should give an effect of something is changing. If you spend more time, you can change the wings. You can even draw a beat, a wing beat. But I'm just doing real quick to make a little bit of effect of what's happening. Okay, and the last one is okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disable the previous layer. I mean the layer number 1, which is my trajectory line, and I'm gonna enable the animation. Now you have a fly flying around the flowers, fly bee, whatever that is. Okay. So I hope you understand how things are working here. The one thing I didn't cover here is if you're gonna go to eraser and you tap on eraser, it gives you controls. This is opacity of the eraser. This is how feathered tip is. You can make it really hard line. You can make it feathered. It's just gonna be very soft on the edges. This is the size. It's very similar to when you're going to the primary tool that you're drawing with. In my case, this is a pen right now. You can change the tip. You cannot change the featheredness or the softness on the edges, but you can change the opacity. If you want to switch the this tool, pen tool, to something else, you tap on it again, and it will give you this 4 different drawing tools: brush and marker. I personally never use these. I don't find it necessary. I use either pen or pencil, and I use pencil for the shading. Okay. I think that was helpful, and I think you understand where things are. If not, let me know and we can address it in the comments.